Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. I think you guys can hear me. I see my bubble vibrating, but put a one in the chat. I want to double check, make sure, because you guys know how I am. Hi, Truth and Reason. Love me first. Hello, Faith Yaya. Yes, please hit the like on your way in. Mike Lewis, hello. I see the ones. Thank you, Faith. Mike Lewis, M. Renee, I spoke earlier. Linda B, thank you guys for being here. I just wanted to put one in the bucket and say, F it. How you guys doing today? Hey, PP, how you doing? Good morning, girl. Um, yeah, child, why did I go over and why did I go over to look at to see what old Dusty Tracy was talking about last night, and why did it look like Tracy was delivered with forceps? What is going on with that big dent in Tracy's head? And then I realized that that wasn't a dent. That why does it look like she was delivered with forceps? Why does it look like she got a big old dent in her head? Child, the audacity of Tracy to actually, I mean, can't she just like let the braids fall forward since all of her hairline has been pulled out from the hair follicles from those big knot braids that she has in her head? I was just like aghast. I mean, I guess she saving them. I imagine the back of her head is flat because she is so slow. I don't understand why she don't let those braids fall over the front of her over her face, and that would also cure a whole lot of monstrosities as well. I mean, even Jay Wilson knows how to, align his braids over the front of his hairline to disguise any lumps, bumps, and indentations, as it were. So I went over there and I saw Dusty Tracy. She seemed to be quite upset when they told her that what is that chick's name was in a hotel with Rob, and I found that that was so funny. She gets way upset about whatever that chick name is. What is her name? Is her name Gina or whatever her name is? But she got in her feelings about her being in the hotel with Rob, and the fact that those two middle-aged people were sitting up in the hotel, and she actually said, "Let's make some babies," and I am just like, "Oh my god." If either of you can make a baby, I don't even believe Rob can even get fully functional, so to speak, because it's early in my video. But if you don't have powdered eggs at your age, I mean, just say no to drugs. I mean, just say no. If you thinking that you're still young enough to go in a hotel room and not have any doctor's assistance at this point in your life to pop a baby in your ovaries, I don't know. Some people are quite fertile into their mid mid age and midlife and stuff. Maybe she's one of those people. Maybe she knows something that I don't know. But just to look at them and she said, "Let's make a baby," I was just like, "Is she kidding? Is she serious?" Child. And just the simple fact that she thought that that would be a good idea to make a baby with Rob on top of it was another thing. Now, what are you saying? Fifi, what? Janet, that's her name. Wait a minute. He married her? Wait a minute, Fifi. Fifi, what? Fifi, I need to know if you're serious, Fifi. Hey, no, no pressure. I'm like, yeah, now, Fifi. Are you serious, Fifi? We need more details, Fifi. We didn't know that. Fifi, don't write that one sentence. I need to know more details. I knew they were in the Momo, but I did not know they had gotten married. Hey, Rainy Putz, how you doing? Decop for life, how are you doing? Decop for life, I have a question for you. Something came up in Nessa's chat that I need more details on, and you don't have to answer, of course, uh, if you don't want to. Monica on her bullshit early Sunday morning. Praise God. Hey Meech, how you doing? You know what? It's too early in the AM for this, ma'am. Hey, hey, Ox City Queen, how you doing? I'm waiting on. Um, I'm waiting on what Fifi got to say. Fifi ain't saying nothing else. Fifi, you cold. Fifi lied. Okay, Fifi was lying. Hey, Rhonda. Fifi. I'm gonna take it that they didn't get married because you have not come back with anything else. So, so what I'm saying is, Forcep head Tracy, please do not come back out here like you did on yesterday with that big dent in your forehead. Uh, it seems like you were actually delivered with a pair of forceps with that big dent that you had protruding in your forehead. Come out here looking like this. It was like pathetic. Why did Tracy have this big dent in her forehead yesterday? You know, I know you guys all saw that big ass dent in her forehead. So I need Tracy to go over. Even though Tracy is supposed to be the hairstylist, I need Tracy to get in contact with Jay Wilson. And since Jay Wilson stole Noble from her, I think she needs to steal Jay Wilson's hairstyle and pull them bangs down over her forehead so we cannot tell that her slow ass was delivered by a pair of forceps. So I think that, everything being equal, she can steal Jay Wilson's hairstyle. And Jay Wilson, I need you to cut your braids and lend them to Tracy so she can better fill out her hairstyle. You can be with Noble with a bald head such as you have, and it can still be okay. And I see you have your in your hand, I see that you do have your lube, and you and Noble can go on into your happy life together and be happy. So, all is fair. Give her your braids. She'll buy you some lube, and you and Noble can be happy. It's all good. So there's that. Decop. Hey, soul sister, how you doing? I knew the pictures was coming. They always come. They always come. Decop, I have a question for you. Somebody mentioned somewhere that they noticed that Jay Dunn is off of parole, and they were wondering if Jay Dunn happens to be off of parole early because of a letter that you had written. Now, I don't know that you have written a letter for Jay Dunn. So my question is, D Cop, is that possible? Is it possible that Jay Dunn possibly got off probation earlier because of a letter that you wrote in favor of Jay Dunn? If you want to answer that, or no comment, or do you think so? Teacup, are you still here? So I don't want to like run with rumors. So, I would, hey, RNY, thank you for being here. Now I'm waiting on D Cop to tell me if that ain't none of my damn business. She ain't answering. I plead the fifth. Uh, who told you that? Hey, Tony Montana, what's going on, girl? Hey, Miss Queenie. D Cop for life sewing her fingers back on. I'm still waiting. I guess I got my answer. D Cop for life and Fifi, they not talking to me no more. Hey, Miss T Velocity Face, I heard you talking about how cold it was where you live. Trust me, I understand. It's cold here. I just can't go get warm enough. I hate cold weather. Uh, Look at Miss D Cup ain't even answering me. How dare her? Oh, here she is. Thank you, D Cup. I did say I would write one for her, but I didn't write one. Oh, okay. So they were assuming that you had written one. Thank you, Decop, for answering me. Okay, so that was an assumption that you were the reason that Jay Dunn is allegedly off of probation early. Hi, Love Blake. Hey, Gummy Bama. What's going on, Gummy Bama? How are you? It is so good to see you, Gummy Bama. What's going on? My favorite Gummy Bama is in the chat. Let me see. Hmm. Okay. So what else did I want to talk about? Oh, do you guys see all this rigmarole? I'm going to talk about this dummy Nikki Haley. This Have you guys seen what's going on with Nikki Haley? Talking about America has never been a racist country. Have you guys seen this? And she's like doubling down and she's trying to figure out ways to you haven't seen the Gummy Bama? Okay, so Nikki Haley has been really getting on my nerves as of lately. Now, the other Indian dude has dropped out of the presidential race because she's super slow. Oh, she has really been getting on my nerves. She was asked about why the Civil War was fought, and she said, "I think it was about government, and they wanted to decide what part government would play in the people's lives because they wanted." People's lives to be free of government and this, that, and the other. Well, no, they wanted people lives to be free from slavery. She talked about they wanted people lives to be free from government interfering. No, they wanted freedom from being owned by other people. So she acted as if, and then the guy said, "Well, you said all of this, but you said nothing about slavery." Well, what do you want me to say about slavery? Was her answer. And then she went to a school where I think it was a sixth or seventh grader said something to her like, "You talked about the Civil War and you never said anything about slavery." And she couldn't even come back at this elementary school student. So now she is out here saying that America has never been a racist country. And so she's doubling down on it. Now, the history of Nikki Haley is she was her family had came over to the United States after black people in this country had fought for civil rights. Prior to black people fighting for civil rights, there were countries that had limited uh, immigration. They limited the number of people who would come from certain countries in the United States. And India was one of the countries that had limited number of people who could immigrate to the United States. But due to the fact that black people fought for civil rights, India was then granted more people being able to come to the United States. So, in fact, Nikki Haley's parents then benefited from the fights that black people fought for equal and civil rights. So then Nikki Haley's parents immigrated to the United States, and Nikki Haley's father taught at a HBCU university. And Nikki Haley's parents could not even get a house in a white neighborhood. So they had to rent a house in a black neighborhood from a white person who told them that they were not allowed to have black people in their homes. So Nikki Haley and their parents are well aware of racism because he could not get a job at any institution, any white institution. He was paid by the black dollars, by the black dollars of students who went to a HBCU. He was he lived in a black neighborhood. Her mother had a black dress shop, had a dress shop that was supported by the black dollar. So they sent her to a private school who she was the only dark that had no zero black students in it who that taught on that confederacy based stuff, had zero black students in her class. She graduated high school in 1989. She saw no black faces in her school. She knew doggone well that there was racism, but now she's going to say that our country was not built on racism. So what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? Because I think that it is not, hey, Miss Toby, it's not what you are taught. It's not what you are taught in school. It's what you know in home. Sounds like Brooke. Exactly. El Teddy talked about this the other day. I had no idea. Okay. Yeah. I think that it is deplorable. Okay. It's allowed no. T velocity. Okay. The only the black dollar, yes, survived off the black dollar. Wait until uh 55 gets done with her chic ass, called her by her first name and wonder what her father would say. Yeah, I forget what her real name is. I know Chinese folks called her, who are Chinese descendant, bandanas, and I don't know what to call her besides always all the way wrong. Okay. I get you. Yeah, she is something. She is really something else. And she's trying to act as if and she said she was governor when she was governor in I think from 2011, governor of South Carolina in 2011, and then in 2015 is when she refused to take those monuments down in South Carolina, and then in 2015 when that racist went and shot and killed those 9 people who were praying in a church. That's when she made the decision, a decision she could have and refused to make prior to that. She made the unilateral decision to take those monuments down. Well, it wasn't unilateral. She was the only thing that was holding it up. So she finally made the decision. Excuse me. Finally made the decision to take the monuments down, which means that she could have made the decision uh, all those years before to take them down, but she refused to take them down, and she was the thing that was blocking taking them down. So why, excuse me, why take them down then? Yes, after the Mother Emanuel massacres. hmm Namrata, but she won't use her Indian name because she knows it would not get the GOP voters. And also, the GOP voters in Iowa said that what is his name, Rashakin, the guy, the Indian guy who was running, they were so openly racist towards him. They said that he was so dark, he was too dark, and they were outwardly saying that his skin tone was too dark, and he didn't remind them of one of themselves. They were saying that about him, and quickly thereafter, he ended his race. And she did not speak up for him. He was an Indian just like she was, but she kept quiet, didn't call out the things that they were saying about his skin tone when she's an Indian just like him. But she just sat quiet. I understand that it's a race, but you and him are the same human race. But she said nothing because excuse my typos, excuse my clearing my throat on air. I tried to mute, then I came off mute and I cleared my throat. Excuse me. But yeah, so this Nikki Haley, I mean, like we got Donald Trump, we got DeSantis, and then we got Nikki Haley. These are the top three that we have on the Republican side. And then on the Democrat side, we have Joe Biden. So we have, these are the top four people. One of these people is going to be running the nation. This is like really, really scary. What do you got? And on the Republican side, I say maybe two of those three people are going to be in the top seat because I think if either one of these people get the nomination, they're going to choose one of the other ones as the VP. I don't think they're going to choose outside of this crazy box for a VP because they got the right amount of crazy in these three candidates for a VP because I don't foresee if Donald Trump get the nomination that he would choose outside and risk getting somebody like Mike Pence who won't follow his crazy agenda. He's going to get somebody who's going to be in the crazy box and follow everything that Donald Trump says. They asked Nikki Haley, what did she think about the SA charges that Trump was found guilty on. And you know what she says? Oh, I really don't follow his trials. Now, you're his opponent. And they ask you, what do you think about him being found guilty on a SA assault? And this is what you have to say. You really don't follow his trials. So, I hate to say it, but Trump is looking like the winner. Biden look closer and closer to a medical condition, and people are tired. Yeah, Lord, we are effed. I definitely agree. I'll invite anybody up to speak on this because we have not had a conversation about this, and we're in 2024 now. You know, for a long time, 2024, it's like, oh well, we still got time. Oh well, we still got. Well, time has run out. Time has really run out, and we are like down to the wire, and there is like no redeeming values, qualities, or anything that's coming out. And with every day that is passing, Joe Biden seems more Reagan-esque by the minute. I think Reagan seems like he had more marbles than Joe Biden does at this point. Reagan, you know, they kept him locked away in his last year of office, and you know, he still seemed like he had more marbles than, in my opinion, than Joe Biden does at this point. So if you guys want to talk about it, you're more than welcome to click the link. Gummy Bama, welcome to the family. I saw your little remark the other day. I don't remember you asking, but I really appreciate your support. And I don't remember that, but you are a great supporter of mine, and I really appreciate you. And I am like so happy that you would even want that position, and I'm glad to have you. Okay. This election is just as important as the Obama election. And and everybody's like, this is the most important election of our time. It just seems like, it seems like it's hyperbole every year. People saying this is the most, it seems like every election nowadays it has become so dire, and it's not, and people tend to be like, oh, they say that about every election because it has been getting like that. Like every election is like really like getting to be like we're in dire straits at this point. Good morning, footsteps in the dark. I wish every state would have filed a lawsuit to keep him off their ballots. Exactly, I do as well. Okay, if Donald Trump's get in, if Donald Trump's getting in the criminal, it will be over. He is running to stay out of jail. That is all. I definitely agree with that. Democrats offer nothing to black people. They expect us to just vote because of their side is racist. Joe Biden crafted the 94 crime bill. People can research this information. Yes, everybody's aware that Joe Biden drafted the crime bill that put more black people behind bars than any other legislation in this country, any other laws in this country. Yes, we are aware of that. Yes. Okay, uh so what else do you guys have to say? Hey Dovey, how you doing? Trump would be the Republican nominee. Okay, now Donald Trump is a fool, crazy man. He reminds oh my God, just delusional. But he's really not delusional because he has supporters. This year they are letting everyone vote in the primaries. In every state. Now, um, what's that dude? I think his name is Jerry Diamond. Uh, over he's over Chase Bank. Jeremy Diamond or whatever. He's over Chase Bank, the CEO over Chase Bank. Now he was in Davos, I think that's in Switzerland, and he was talking about how don't be fooled about this economy. While everything is looking good, you have to be concerned about what's coming down the road in 2025, and don't be fooled by these interest rates, and don't be fooled about the job market, and don't be fooled by this. He's trying to preach this gloom and doom about, and don't be fooled that inflation has gone down because something is coming down the pike, and people don't be so quick to make fun of MAGA people, because MAGA people had it right, and people want to portray them as Looney Tune people and this that, and the other, but they had it right on so many fronts. They had it right on the tax cuts, and they had it right on something else he was saying. I'm like, the first thing he said that they had it right was on the tax cuts, because he's a billionaire who got all these good tax cuts, and they are in a lot of instances Looney Tunes. Now this is not the first time that him and other big bankers have said that the economy is headed towards a recession. They have been preaching that the economy is headed towards a recession since late 2001, and the economy has not reached a recession at all. But when they were uh, doing these subprime mortgages, they never warned that the economy was facing a recession. They never warned then that they were themselves were heading the economy towards a recession in 2009, when it actually went into a recession. So this hyperbole about a recession from somebody who only profited from putting the economy in a recession is quite grand. It's really quite grand from these rich people who are trying to scare people into, like, if you don't vote the Magna way, it's going to go into recession. Look what Donald Trump did. He did tax cut. He was right. Well, he was right about this immigration thing. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. This immigration shit is way out of control, and I have talked about this immigration all these illegal immigrants coming over into the United States. While they sitting on their hands, and over 300,000 illegal immigrants are coming into the United States per month. Per month, 300 over $300,000, 300,000. illegal immigrants are being that's through the legal portholes. That's not talking about the ones who are coming through that you don't see, that are not being processed. Okay, so there's that. We really need to talk about that. But all of this other stuff that are all the other gains that are only going to the wealthy, that's some bullshit. So this country really needs a real reckoning about what's going on with this country. And if it does not affect the rich, uh it seems like our politicians really don't care. And if it if a lobbyist isn't lobbying for it and being paid big money to lobby our politicians for it, what affects the real man, the working man, the everyday man, does not translate, does not get looked at by our politicians. We're definitely heading for some scary times. Folks are broke, and the metrics that they are measured the economy on are junk. I definitely agree with that. I'm in a red state. Obama didn't have not one country, crazy ass country folks. Texas governor is busing them to other states. He sure is. And then other states, I just did a report about how Illinois is paying them up to $9,000 to give them apartments, and then on top of that, they are giving them money to buy everything that they need for their apartments, and they're setting them up so they can have an apartment for 6 to 9 months. So they'll be paying the landlord this money, so they'll be set up in an apartment for 6 to 9 months in hopes that by then they'll find a job. So they're not saying like after then they'll stop it, but they say in hopes by then they'll have a job. So I don't know if they're saying if they don't have a job by then. At the same time, they had some people boarded up inside their homes, that they were on Section 8. They boarded these people up inside their home, black people, and had they looked like Mexicans. They could have been Puerto Rican. They could have been whatever. A landlord boarded these people up inside their home when the state deemed his property in a condemned status. Instead of fixing it, he boarded the people up inside their home while still collecting their Section 8 payments. And when these people were told that they were people up inside their homes, that they were boarding up, these people just kept on walking. These people probably didn't even speak English. This apartment complex that was condemned will probably be one of the apartment complexes that the government give them money to fix up, to then rent out to some of these illegal immigrants who they are housing. They'll probably give this uh landlord who is from China named Chin, and the other co-owner who is from Patel, they'll probably give them free money to fix up this condemned property, to then give them more free money to give to illegal immigrants to live for free while they boarded up black people in their homes. So you see what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a lot going on. So I covered that story last week. Uh, I worked the polls during the Obama election, and in the primary, it was so busy that day. I had so many women that were mad that they couldn't vote because it was a primary election. I don't care for any of these candidates. I don't care for any of them either. I really don't. And I am so mad that the Democrat Party just was staunch in their vigor to not have anybody primary Joe Biden. It was just a real waste. They won't do for working people. They will not do for working people, and they will not do for American people. They will not do for American people. They bring this other class of people. Hey, Strictly Platinum. they bring these other class of people over here, and you have people boarding up American people in their houses illegally. These people were not evicted from their homes, understand. They were not they were their rents were paid. Uh well, how did the city of Chicago allow these people rents to still go to a landlord whose place were condemned? All of this stuff. So the poor always getting shafted, but they can turn around and take care of people who have done nothing for this country, who have paid in nothing to this country, who descendants who have done nothing for this country. That's what kills me. Hey, CEO boss lady, thank you for being here. It's a really sad situation for us. And see, that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm voting independent. Cornel West is looking good to me. He is with neither party. Joe should have been never been elected in the first place, but he should 1,000,000% be primary. He's horrible, and so is his VP. You have not seen, I have not seen, heard, was wondering where the hell is Kamala Harris all of his presidency. But now, all of a sudden, who has been trotted out going to all of these black events, all of these HBCUs to get the black vote together, none other than Kamala Harris, the get out the black vote. That is the only reason that she has been viable during this whole presidency. Now she is the get out the black vote face for get out the black vote. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Now it's Kamala Harris is everywhere. Like, bitch, you. If you had been doing something your whole presidency, you wouldn't have to be doing these stints in black places to get out the black vote. Bitch, you should have been doing shit all these 4 years, and you'd have secured the black vote. The fuck. And then they want to on inauguration day, they're gonna say they couldn't have got in there without the black vote, and then don't do shit for the black while they in there the whole 4 years. The fuck out of here. Ugh. Anyway, they're all con artists. Exactly. They it's not about the voters, it's about the big business. It's about big business, and it's about the donors. That's who it's about. So I am inviting anybody up who wants to comment, who wants to converse, who has something to say that I may be missing out on. You're more than welcome to come up and lend a ear, a comment to, hey, Sincere Saida, how are you doing? My blood is boiling. I understand. Did you say some states are canceling Democrat primaries, or did I read that wrong? I'm glad you're speaking on this topic. I hate that I'm late catching you from the beginning. Hey, TT Speaks, how you doing? Good morning, Treasure Class. Treasure Cash. Yeah, yeah. I definitely agree. It's like ridiculous. Good morning, Wildcat. We're on our own. Exactly. Rich donors, exactly. And the people who lobby for them. If you don't have money to get a big lobbying group to plead your matter to somebody who you voted and put in office, what your needs are means absolutely nothing to the person you put in office. I'm wondering which race is getting the most loan forgiveness. Black people who have the highest number of student loans, and it would be typical if we don't get the biggest break. Well, I do know that if you go over to King Roman News channel, he does have the information about loan forgiveness on his page. Uh, he has a step by step information of what you can do to get the loan forgiveness if you or anyone you know needs to do the loan forgiveness. But I don't even know if it's still applicable right now. So I don't know if the deadline is up for that. So if you or anybody you know needs to do that loan forgiveness, let me find his page for you guys. So you can guys can go over to King Roman News, and he did a whole thing about the loan forgiveness and instructions and a walkthrough of how you can do this loan forgiveness. So I will lead you over to where you can get that information. King Roman News. Here it is right here. This is his link. There you go. My loan was totally forgiven in 2022. Great. That is great news. I paid off my student loan. If I could have foreseen the future, tell me. Tim Scott is endorsing 45. Of course he is. He wouldn't say a bad word about him. Not too many black lobbyists either. A true telltale sign. Think about it logically. The reason these illegals are running in here is because of the Democrats. Well, yeah, I definitely agree. The Democrats are letting them run in here. Um, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that. Uh, the reason why they are run out of other states, they're sending them to what they call sanctuary cities. You look at the state of California. California this year has just allowed for all undocumented immigrants to have health insurance. Now, up into I think it was like 2015 is when they or 2011 is when they start allowing all undocumented children to have health insurance because they're going to school with your children. So instead of overbearing the emergency room for care, and plus they are putting them in schools with your children, not knowing English or anything, not having to know English, not having them put in specialized schools until they know English. No, they're like holding back the learning of your children until they can catch up. All of this type of stuff you don't realize that goes on when they put a bunch of people who don't know the language into your schools. Okay, so then you look at the fact that in California, all of the social service jobs where they help people, where they give out any type of county jobs, government jobs, and things of this factor, when your state is overrun with people who do not speak the language, the majority language, because the United States does not have a national language. English is not our national language. So therefore, they start pulling for bilingual employees. And then, like California, most of these positions become a must be bilingual positions. So therefore, then you find that you can't get a job, whereas they can get a job. See, it's like these subtle things. Like people don't see it as a problem until you turn around and then you are the one who's asked out because you're not bilingual. But see, nothing is put upon them to learn the English language, but you gonna lose your motherfucking job because your job is going to be sourced out to must be bilingual. So I put upon you to learn this language. I put upon you to make sure your children and your ancestors learn this language. I put upon you to put yourself ahead of the curve because this is where the curve is going. So that is fact. That is just how it goes. So interested seeing people who were so against building a wall now feeling the pain at what other places felt. People who were against building a wall, um, didn't know the repercussions of this influx, this unchecked influx. Now, let's be clear. Let's be clear. All of these people that are flooding into America are just not poor people from South America. Uh, the what's not spoken about are all the people who come through China, who come from China. Where is it? I forget. China. They can pass through Los. Oh God. I forget. There's a place where Chinese can pass through without a passport. And they are passing through, and then they are coming through South America and entering the United States illegally as well. From China. They have a longer, hey Film Noir, they have a longer haul. They have more money because it's more expensive for them. They have they in some South American towns, they actually have Airbnb set up for these Chinese border crossers to set up in because they have more money, because they're coming from a richer nation, because they must have more money to travel. They're robbed a lot of times. Because they know that they're traveling with more money. They actually have towns and set up for them to come through. So let's be clear. It's not just poor South Americans coming over. See, because the U.S. don't want to tell you that it's people from China who are coming over here illegally as well. But they don't want to say anything about them because they okay with them coming over. So let's be clear. You can make more money. Exactly. There is an incentive at most job if you're bilingual that you can make more money. There's an incentive if you can speak Polynesian and all these different languages that you can make more money. It definitely. Yes. So yeah, it's a lot going on in the world of politics right now. These uh these these fools follow a dumb bitch who proudly proclaims she doesn't vote but gets government benefit. Makes it make sense. Make it make sense. Hey Liz, how you doing? Peace to you as well. America is an interesting place. You get to come here illegally. Illegal means against the law, right? I thought we people go to jail for breaking laws, but instead they get free shit while breaking it. Exactly. I absentee vote. 45 is trying to do away with our ballot, but Democrats abroad ain't going. They give them money to start businesses when they land, and they don't have to pay taxes on said businesses too. Tim Scott minimalized being pulled over by white cops because he was black. Tim Scott got a girlfriend allegedly, and that no one has seen, and to appeal to evangelicals. Yeah, yeah. All of a sudden, oh, he has a girlfriend. Okay, so yeah, she has yet to materialize. Yes, I have seen them in Cali with the markets, with their American sponsors showing them how to maneuver in the U.S. Exactly. And um, please support the Wheelchair Foundation, $ Ronnie Q. I'm going to the clouds. Okay, thank you for being in the clouds. Push the like button before you go to the clouds. Thank you. Okay. Okay, and a black mother goes to jail for falsifying information simply so their child can get to a better education in a county where we pay taxes. Exactly. That black woman went to jail for 5 years. They sentenced her to jail for 5 years for falsifying her zip code so her kid could go to a better school. Like but they come over here and don't even have, but they can go to whatever school that they put them in. Like, come on, are you serious? Yeah, he dropped out. Yeah, we talked about Nikki Haley earlier and her bullshit. Don't have to pay to Chuck Schumer did a thing where they didn't have to pay taxes on their business loans as well for 5 or 10 years. And after, if something that he had a catch of something in the loan, that if something happened that they didn't have to repay the loan. That's a Democrat, and that's in New York City. As expensive as New York City is, you getting a business loan in New York City is a feat within itself. And not to be a citizen and not have to pay back a business loan in New York City, you are like 100,000 steps above and beyond. Like, give me a break. Okay, I have somebody in the back. Hold on 1 second. Let me put up my banner. Hey, Amala.
Hey, how you doing? Oh my God, here I go again with my voice.
How you doing? Hey, Leo.
I'm good. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to come up here and put something on everybody's mind. I want y'all to think about when you get sick. I'm in California, and I see a lot of these folks out here. I don't call them migrants or immigrants because they have not gone through any immigration process. I call them illegal aliens because the motherfuckers are illegal. Period. The other thing, I've been seeing them door dashing a lot. They don't speak a lick of English, but they come in door dash, and then they want you to do everything for them. Find out the drink. Is it supposed to be a drink with a meal, or is it supposed? That ain't none of my motherfucking job. I'm a fucking nurse. You, that's your job. How dare you pop your ass in a country and you don't even know what the fuck? You don't even know how to speak the language. First of all, you can't speak the language. But here's what I want y'all to do. Peep game. Now, now I have a master's degree. Do you know that they are allowing these fuckers to come in here and work, excuse me, as nurses with no
What?
degree whatsoever,
What?
with no experience whatsoever? Oh, it's some high.
From
It's
where? Wait a
yes,
minute. From what
baby.
country?
From
From
all
what country?
countries.
Are
India.
you lying?
No, I'm
Wait a
not.
minute. Wait
No,
a minute.
I'm not.
Hold up. Now, are they allowing Americans to do the same thing? No.
Nope. Nope. They coming from the Philippines. They coming from India. They coming from um all the doggone Hispanic countries. Venezuela, Nicaragua, Mexico, all of them. Yes. Yes. Your nurse can't even fucking talk to you because the bitch can't speak English. But she gonna hand you some pills. She gonna hand you some pills so you can pop them in your mouth. That's what I want to put on y'all's mind.
I know you lying.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Let me tell you what they do in the ICU because I'm an ICU nurse. The Filipino nurses don't know what the fuck they doing. So they get on the phone and call a friend. Oh, and they speak Tagalog. They got to talk to each other to teach each other how to start drips. I peep game the other night. I sitting there and watch. This bitch don't even know how to start a dopamine drip. She don't even know how to titrate the dopamine drip. However, she confused. She gets on her cell phone and she fucking calls a friend. I'm a phone a friend to take care of my critically ill patient.
You know what? I have seen a YouTube video of a nurse said the exact same thing. I
Baby,
saw,
I'm telling
yep.
you what I see. It ain't what I know, it's what I see. And y'all, let me tell you, I get so mad. And when I complained about it, they threatened my license. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Keep
Wow.
your mouth shut. And guess what? Not only that, these bitches coming up in here getting 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12 jobs. So what does that do to you and me who been here all our lives and worked and fucking paid our damn dues? It knocks down
And
our salaries.
and what does it do to the patient? It puts their lives in danger. And what does it do to the patients who already are suffering under healthcare disparities?
Right. Somebody talking about NCLEX. Girl, don't make me laugh about no damn NCLEX and these bitches walking up in here doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Shut up. Shut up about NCLEX. That's for me and you, not for them. They don't even have to have driver's licenses anymore.
Wow.
They can get in the vehicle. In Cali, they get in the vehicle and go where they want to go. Who gonna stop them?
T Velocity said they take the test for each other.
Yes. Look, wait a minute. Hold on. T Velocity, you know, I know you know the truth. Let me tell you what else these bitches doing. One retires and passes her stuff on to her niece or her sister. They do that too.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't trust them. I got sick a couple of months ago. I was sick and I had to be in the hospital. And I have seizures. So I said, you know what? I woke up, I'm in my own unit, and I'm looking up at one of the doctors that I work with. I said, oh, hell the fuck no, get me out of here. Call my husband and get me out of here. I don't want to be here. I don't trust you bitches. I don't trust you because I work with you and I know what you're incapable of. You're incompetent and you're incapable. No, you won't put a hand on me. So they transferred me to an outside hospital because I don't trust them. And I don't want nobody else to trust them either. Huh. California is a cesspool, honey. It's a cesspool.
Mm. Now, Wildcat said, "I know the Indians are coming into my place of employment as temporary associates, and they are messing shit up. The way their mind work is insane. They complicate everything."
Child, them Indian nurses, they don't know shit. Everything they do. Now, mind you, we already do everything on a sort of a metric system because Your drips are in milliliters or cc's, or your you got kilograms, liters, whatever. So we're using a metric system, but they can't hardly damn interpret that. And that's simple. That's simple. They trust these pumps to do everything. You need
Hmm.
to learn how to do some math.
Exactly.
Pump
Now,
might be
now,
wrong,
now,
especially if you're doing a heparin drip. You finna fuck some shit up.
Film said they're taking over the pharmaceutical industry too, and it's calculated.
Yes, yes. That's what I wanted y'all to think about. This stuff is real. It's real. They bringing these people over here, and let me tell you something else. They don't have to be vaccinated. Why they make all of us get these vaccines to keep our jobs? These bitches don't have to be vaccinated. They don't have to have a vaccine at all. I'm thinking they're going to be the new workforce. That's
Exactly.
I,
That's exactly why they bringing them over here. To that's my whole point. Yes. Why are they bringing allowing all these people to come over here and throwing us out of our house, throwing you out of your houses,
yep.
and not giving a fuck about the people who like I said, Nikki Haley. The reason why these Indian people
Don't
were
call that
able
bitch
to even
Nikki.
come over the
You
well,
talking
hold
about
on.
Rem?
The
Uh-oh,
reason
Rem
Nikki
Dykes.
Haley family was able to come over to the United States is because black people fought for civil rights. So it was a limit of the number of Indians who could even immigrate to the United States. And after black people fought for civil rights, the number of Indian immigrants that were allowed to come over here was increased due to us fighting. And now this bitch talking about
Yep.
there has never been racism in the United States, has never been a racist country. And then 10 seconds later, she says that she has experienced racism. Well, bitch, you just said that there has never, U.S. has never been a racist country. But 10 seconds later, she said that she had experienced racism. So it only matters if she experienced racism. But the
Better.
country itself hasn't been racist when it held slaves. She's a fucking idiot.
And then wait a
Go
minute.
ahead.
I need hold on. How about her dad was a damn professor at Voorhees at HBCU?
Yes, at
Had no
HBCU because
job.
he couldn't get a job at a white college or a white company,
How about her
period.
mama couldn't find no job, so the black women put her to work
Well,
on
I already said
job.
that. I already talked about that.
Yeah,
I
but girl,
already and she
shut your
and her
face.
mama got all her money from black women. Yes, I've already talked about that. Yes.
Honey, you better sit down. Rum Daya, whatever the hell your name is, Rum Shada, whatever the hell your name is. I cannot with these people. And they always want to shit on us. I don't help them do a fuck thing. I wouldn't give a fuck if your ass goddamn needed fucking water and you was on fire. I'm not even giving you a goddamn spit. I'm not doing it. I don't help them. I walk right by. For what? So you can turn around and shit on me and mine? I don't think so.
Exactly.
Not doing.
Hey, it's a lot. It's a lot, and I think that this is the big plan. This is a big diabolical plan that's going on here, and I think that uh, it's at a point in time that we really need to wake up, and we need to wake up, and it's not like it is definitely not like our children are not smart people.
Baby,
It's what
tell you something about our children. Our children are so mad, and this is documented. Our babies speak before other babies. Our babies crawl, walk, talk. They do everything before our babies are powered with melanin, baby. That's all they gotta have. Our babies are special, and they hate it. They hate it.
there's a
What we
14
need
year
to do is
there's a
stick
14
together. Go ahead.
there's a
I'm sorry.
14-year-old boy who just won a scientific award and partnered with Dow because he developed a soap that helps cure skin cancer. And this soap is not expensive to make, but the soap surgery for skin cancer can cost $40,000. This soap that he made can be made for 50 cents. Now, this is a 14-year-old who had one mentor who won this competition. And now, if a 14-year-old black kid can do this, there was another 14-year-old who created a little machine that could suture women clothes uh real safely and neatly from a hysterectomy. He created a machine that could suture women clothes from a hysterectomy. This is a 14-year-old. I like, I we have like really fantastic children. It's
Yes.
what we expose our children to is the crux of what a lot of people may have children who like tear things apart, who break things apart, and they think that their child is destructive and not understand that their child is trying to figure out how things operate. They may break it apart, but they may be able to put that shit right back together because
Yes.
they're curious and trying to figure out how things work. But see, you don't have the understanding to know that, hey, maybe I need to put this to try to get him in some type of STEM program because he may be the next engineer. See, we don't understand the greatness in ourselves, and that's why they've taken so much out of our school system. That's why they're taking so much out of our history because they don't want us to know the greatness of ourselves. They don't want us to know that we are intuitive, in ingenuitive in all these things. So
Hey, sister. Let me tell you,
go ahead.
I went to engineering school in Illinois, and um, everybody thinks that Asians are so smart. These bastards have a network. I sat. I had a really good friend. His name was Ime Query. And Ime, if you listening, what's going on, brother? He last time I heard from him, he was in St. Louis working at Chrysler. He's a industrial engineer, a mechanical engineer. I'm sorry. Um, we would sit down and watch these Asians, and they would go and get these old exams from their friends, from their relatives, and they would study them. They would also cheat amongst themselves with the instructors because the instructors were Asians just like them. So they would pass along these answers, all of them cheating along the way, not letting anybody else into their little circle. They had like these cliques of them. And the white folks did it too. So don't let me leave them out. The white folks was in on it too. They would all cheat together. And the same thing happened when I was in nursing school. The white girls had a network. They all cheated. They all would get together and they would study together. They would do everything together. They weren't really studying. What they were doing was memorizing those answers. And they were going over the questions and the answers so that in such a way, you don't know how those questions are going to pop up on the exam. You don't know if number one going to be number one on the documents that you have. So, however they show up, we got to be able to perform, and we have to be able to know how to answer properly. You know what I'm saying? So this is
Mm-hmm.
what they would spend their time doing. And whereas we black folk, we would have not studied with the Nigerians and the black folks, the Africans, people that look like me. We studied our asses off in both engineering and nursing school. And we fucking blew their tests apart. Why did they come back and tell us we're cheating? But those guys are not cheating. But they got all the answers. They got all the old tests. They got the current test bank. Oh, this is the other thing. So the instructor would tell them how to go online and buy the test banks for the test books that we're studying out of. Y'all peep game. So if you're looking at the fifth edition of chemistry, thermodynamics, and whatever, I'm just making up something. Fourth edition. So you go online and you look for the test bank for that particular book. And then every exam from that test bank is going to be in the book. That book will come to you in the mail because you paid 45, 50, $70 for it. You get that and you go through it. Okay, our first exam is going to be this over these two chapters. We're going to study these two chapters, and then we're going to go ahead and memorize all the answers for these two questions. I mean, these two chapters. That's what they would do. That's how they get through school. That's how they get through engineering school. That's how they get through nursing school. That's how they get through med school and any other damn school you can imagine. They cheat.
Mm-hmm.
They cheat. They cheat. They can't ever do anything the right way. And it's
Mm-hmm.
disgusting. It's disgusting.
Now, so back to what really needs to be at hand for learning. I have a cousin, and his 4-year-old, his 4-year-old daughter, he would send them to bed with different like recordings playing. He would with astrology, the different planets, the different stars, with zoology, different animals, different plants, different things, and it would like sink into their psyche, and all that. He would always send them to bed with different recordings, and then she could tell you uh every type of animal, plant, stars, everything. Like this, he started with her when she was like months old. All of this stuff, all of this education, like was drilled into her just from the beginning and stuff. And she is so intelligent. Like these basic things, like already out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like, and she is an extraordinarily smart girl because like the basics of stuff of learning that she absorbed just by subconsciously hearing these things. It's like so much that you can do with your children, just by reading to your children, just by exposure. You have to expose your
Yes.
kids to things, not just sitting them in front of a tablet that you are not even paying attention to what they're being exposed to games, these mindless things. It's an active thing. Parenting, it's an active thing. And like Film Noir just said that she works for an American company that is based in France, and one of the criteria is you must speak French, even though it's an American company. See, these are a lot of the roadblocks that are set up, that even if you have the paperwork, the documentation, the to get some jobs, these are some of the roadblocks that are set up that will prevent you from getting the job. So you, like I was saying, with the even the Spanish, you have to put yourself in the game. So it's in a global economy, like Film Noir was saying. You have to put yourself in the game. Uh, you're gonna have to put yourself in a place to compete. And what they're doing with nursing, I am shocked and appalled.
Yes.
As hard as people have a hardest time as they give American students to get into nursing. I know one college, they don't even accept students who have gotten the prerequisites in college to get into the nursing program. They will turn them down and accept and say they can't take them because they have somebody who is coming in from high school,
Mm.
uh, who they're going to put in the program, who still have to fulfill their other prerequisites to get in the nursing program. I'm like, that's crazy. How are you going to take somebody from high school and they still have to do their other uh college classes before they can even get in the nursing program, but they will turn down somebody who's ready to go. That they do
Lot
all
of
these types of things
yeah.
to it's just crazy. Well, all the hoops and things that they put American students to get into nursing school. And you telling me that they're taking people with zero paperwork and letting them work in hospitals
Yes, they're
from
doing.
other countries?
Yep, from other
That's
countries. And
crazy.
tell you something.
I'm appalled.
Excuse me. Nursing is like a meal. It's like a lot of these corporations they own agencies and
Right.
bringing people in from overseas. Like I told
Mm-hmm.
these people do not meet the rigorous requirements that you and I would have to go through. Hell, I've been a nurse for 30 damn years. I know the entire doggone game. But you got people I'm standing next to, and I have to train them that literally cannot even speak the language. They can't even speak English. Simple, hello, how you doing? Where's the cafeteria? Oh, where do I park my car? They can't even say these things. Somebody's driving them around. Somebody's giving them a housing voucher. Somebody's giving them everything they need. And the money that you can make in nursing is just astronomical. So you talking about somebody who can make millions off of one person. You see what I mean? So why should you give a damn about whether or not they speak the language, about whether or not they pass the test? Why should you care? I'm talking about the person that's bringing them in. And as far as that, our own government is bringing these people in here. Our own government. They got schools right over there in the Philippines that's helping them to get a high school diploma. And then they go to the hospitals, to the administrators, and get them visas, work visas, so that they can come over here to work off of a high school diploma, the equivalent of a high school diploma in their country, not our country. And they still can't speak the language. And anybody out there that is in nursing in California, you know I'm telling the truth. Anybody
Hmm.
out there. They got nurses from hell. I just worked with one from India. Coming and asking me all kinds of questions. Bitch, you think I'm gonna help you? No. I got nieces that are looking for careers. I'm gonna help them before I help you.
That's who you help. That's who you help. Help your own, just like they help their own, because they ain't gonna help you. And I get
Oh,
so
oh,
sick of us trying to help others and won't help our own. That's what I get sick of. Help your own. Quit helping everybody else and quit holding secrets back from your own because you don't want your own to have what you have. Like you gonna have less if you put your own on. That's
mhm.
what killed me about us. Put your own on, because every other culture put their own on, and they hold back from you. Why would you help somebody else out, another culture out? Because they're not gonna help yours out.
They're not gonna help you do a goddamn thing. And that's the God's truth. Everything I learned on my own. And that's sad. It's sad. But they have a network. They all help each other. Like I told you, this chick titrating doggone dopamine. Dopamine is so easy to titrate. So easy. If you know. If you know your if you know your pathophysiology, and if you know the metric system, those I'm just talking about basic, then you can titrate dopamine. You can't
No,
just put your ass in there and go, oh well, you know what? Let me go up. I'm gonna get dopamine. I'm gonna do 3 mics. I'm gonna do three. No, no. You need to know when you're doing dopamine, if you're doing Levophed, if you're doing Ativan drips, all you gotta know. Oh, is it a 1-to-1 concentration? You gotta know how to titrate it. It's so much involved. And if they're on a ventilator, oh my God, is the peak? Is it 20 peak? Is it 20? Is is the tidal volume 500? Or I mean, it's so much involved, and you got these fools that are damn playing with people's lives. They're playing with people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
No joke. And they think all they can do is, well, I'll just get on the boat or the plane and come across and I'll sign up for the job and I'll hang out at the hotel.
No, they already have the job before they come over.
Yeah, of course. I'll just stay in the hotel where they tell me and I'll keep my mouth shut. And when I get through, I'll sit back for my sister and my niece and my husband and my cousin and my dog. And this is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Well,
got one doggone nothing. And now they don't even have a driver's license. And that's even worse.
well, it seems like we got a lot of nurses in here, and y'all have the same experiences. So, yeah, I thank you guys for sharing your experience with me because I it's a dang on shame. It is a dog on shame that what they're doing with nurses, and I know that that is a field where you can make some good money, and I understand that that is a field where black women have a real hard time at it because they try to sideline black women because they know that that is a field where you guys can make a lot of money. So why make it easy on you guys? Is I know a woman who went and she is a physician's assistant because she got so sick of being a regular RN. All of the shit she had to go through. She lives in. Uh, does she live in New Jersey? Yeah, she lives in New Jersey, and she got so sick of all the BS that they would put her through. So she just elevated her position so she wouldn't have to go through all of the BS that they sidelined her with as an RN. So I know that you guys go through a lot with the other nurses and stuff. Some of you guys may go through a lot. I guess it depends on your personality or the facility backing you guys up. I know you guys go through a lot outside of the actual job itself. So, thank you for your input. And I did not know that this was going on like this in your field.
Oh, it is definitely it is too it's dangerous. And it's frighteningly dangerous because let me tell you something else they're doing. This has been going on since I've been a nurse. The specialty field, which is what I'm in, I'm an open heart nurse. So you have these hospital, these medical systems that want to ensure that black nurses do not get into these fields, these specialty areas like cardiac surgery. I have a credential. I'm a CCRN, CSC, CMC, and any of the nurses, you know what I'm saying when I call out those credentials. So I'm the cream of the motherfucking crop. What they try to do is push the black nurses into med surge areas. And not nothing against med surge. I have the highest respect because they have to manage multiple patients. But when you're at the level of where I am, where you're doing rapid response and you're taking care of patients that are fresh post op, 5 vessel cabbages, 7 vessel cabbages, um, open heart surgeries, and things like that, when you're at that level, you're able to see what's really going on. And why I say that is to say this: they don't want black nurses. Yes, I am a CCRN. They don't want black nurses on that level. They always want to try to say that we're not capable of having that
Mm-hmm.
intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Mm-hmm.
not smart enough. We're incompetent. So we We couldn't possibly. So what they do is they put these little skinny ass white chicks in those positions, or they bring the Indians in, or they bring in the Filipinos, or they bring in the Venezuelans and all these people that are undocumented to do those jobs that I do for way less money, way less money, and no education. You see what I'm saying?
You are black, therefore you could not be a quarterback
I ain't
because
smart enough to.
you're not smart enough to be a quarterback. A CCRN, no, you're not smart enough to do that. Just
Exactly.
like black people, yeah, no, your brain is not big enough to do that. Handle that. Yes, I understand. I got you.
Yep. Nope. And so what they do is they'll try to like I went out I applied for this management position in my SICU. And oh well, so and so has applied and she has more experience than you. I said, oh okay, I'm getting ready to go to HR because I know for a fact this chick don't have more experience than me. So, well, we can't give you the information on her credentials. Yes, you can, because that's public information. She taking care of patients. If a patient can ask for it, so can I. So, you need to let me know what she bringing, and I'm gonna let you know what I have. I found out this chick had only been a nurse for 6 months.
Wow.
6 months, and only had an associate's degree. And she's one of the ones that gets on the phone and phones a friend. And you
Wow.
trying to make her my manager? Are you fucking kidding me? No. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. No.
I
No.
believe it. I definitely believe that.
I'm telling you. They and then what they do, if you keep on, they want to shut you down. Then they want to try to set you up. So I just wanted to come up and let everybody know that the nurses that are taking care of us today are not the nurses like my auntie and my grandma. Both my grandmothers were nurses that were taking care of us yesterday. They pay their dues, the blood, sweat, and tears. These chicks is walking in off across the border and
Now,
get
this is interesting, honey. I can't tell you how many times I've been called the N word, or can I see my nurse? And I am your nurse. Get used, and I used to get
yes.
all the time. And management doesn't do anything.
Look, I just had y'all go let. I had two patients. One in one room, it was an empty room in between them. Both of them was calling me nigga all night. Both of them was in DTs. Nigga, nigga, you nigga. Then I go in the room and I'm taking care of the one. I'm trying to titrate. He on the Ativan drip. Why this bastard yelling out talking about I'm trying to kill him? I snatched that fool's curtain wide open. I want everybody. Then the charge nurse comes by to tell me, oh, well, he needs his privacy. Nah, he ain't getting no privacy up in this bitch. His ass gonna be out for all to see. Cause I want all you motherfuckers to know that I ain't doing nothing to hurt this bastard. I opened that curtain wide and I left that door open. Don't fucking try me. This nigger, she's trying to kill me. Ah, nigga, 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 nigga. Yeah, she ain't lying. And they don't do nothing. They do nothing about it. Nothing. Then I had one just last night. Same age as me. Let me tell you something. This motherfucker 57 years old and this bastard is shitting in the bed.
Oh
Now
my
he can
god.
get up. He can get up and walk. But
Oh my
he's
god.
bad. So this is how I knew he had issue with me. So I go in the room to introduce myself. Hi, I'm going to be your nurse today. Da 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 da. Oh, you got a lot of alphabets there. You must be smart. And I just looked at him. I ain't say nothing. Oh. So he decided he gonna try to give me a hard time. He pressed the call button every goddamn 30 minutes. He got to poop. He need a bedpan. So I said to him, I said, now when your wife was here, you were getting up going to the bathroom. Is there something wrong? I mean, did something happen to your legs? No, I ain't fine. I said, oh, well, good. Because if you find it, you can go to the bathroom. So he pressed the call button and asked to speak to the charge nurse. I guess he going to report me because I won't bring him the bedpan. No, boo boo, I'm not bringing you shit now. Call your wife and tell her to come help you. So I got on the phone and called her. Hi, Mrs. So and so. I'm really concerned about your husband. He's not able to get out of the bed now. Was there something that happened before you left? Because now he's totally incapable of getting out of the bed. I don't understand what happened between before you left and now. Oh my God, do I need to come? Yes, please, please come and sit at the bedside with him. He really needs you. Thank you. And hang up the phone. Oh, bitch, I'm gonna throw that shit right back on you. Yeah, they be trying to fuck over us.
Wow.
No. Nigga, 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 this, nigga, that. Okay, since I'm a nigga, this nigga ain't wiping your ass all damn night. Nope. Let your wife
N-
do it.
mm, oh my God. Yeah. 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 I couldn't. Yeah. I couldn't do it. I was a caregiver for my mom, and I don't have any problem with taking care of my mom. She wasn't bedridden or anything like that, but I think I would have to love the person that I am caregiving for. And
Yeah,
like when you're caregiving for older people, sometimes they can get on your nerves, but I can't have nobody talking about give me a bedpan and
but
taking
she would do.
BMs on their bed for spite. No, no,
Yep.
no, no, no.
And see, this
They
is what we do for each other as black nurses. This is something that we always do for each other. Like my dad, when my dad was alive, um, my dad needed a vancomycin infusion like twice a day. So I had a friend that lived in his neighborhood. And so I told my friend, I said, you know what, my dad stay a couple of blocks away from you. And my father was a retired homicide detective. And he was damn strict and mean as fuck. So I said, I do not want to send no nurse up in there and have to put up with his evil ass. Sometimes my dad could be evil, honey. So I told her she knew my dad because we grew up together. I said, could you just go by there? And if I can't get over there, could you just go by there and do his vancomycin infusion? And when I can't get there, you do it for me. And then the days that I can, I just go do it myself, draw his blood and stuff. So we kind of piggybacked and we were his home health nurses. Because my dad drove his home health nurse fucking batshit crazy with his mean ass. So that's the stuff we do for each other for free. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
We do it
exactly.
for free.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know, and yeah, but I see what you guys go through, and my aunt, she went to school later in life, and she was a traveling nurse. She's retired now, and she
Mhm.
loved her job. And I had a friend. He went to nursing school. He got his what is it not CNA. He got his
Was
what
it
is
an
it
LPN or
he
RN or
got his LPN first, and then he got his what's that 2 year RN, and
uh-huh.
then he went back and he got his 4 year RN. You know how you can go to community
He got a
college and
bad.
you can get, yeah, and
Yeah.
then he went and got his bachelor RN.
Good.
Yeah. And then I was
That's
like, well, I thought the RN was just the RN. And it was like, no, you got to go get the 4 year RN. I didn't know that you can get a 2 year RN. I didn't know that at all.
oh, let me
So,
something about these programs too. Um Now this is for the sisters. Y'all probably already know this stuff. For the sisters who um are already in the field, you have to get your degree from a brick and mortar. Because if you want to do an advanced degree, like if you want to do a master's and you want to do a PhD, so hey, who is that DMP? Uh-oh, who is DMP up in here? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, he got his AAS, and then he went and got his BSN.
Associate of
Okay.
Science,
Mm-hmm.
SN, MSN. Yes. Um, but what I was saying was if you're going to get your education and you're talking about going to an online program, you have to be mindful of if you want to advance because some of these programs you'll be doing everything online and it won't be accepted as far as like your state your state qualifications, so you have to make sure that you get your education through a brick and mortar
Because
is
you
what.
got to do clinicals.
Yes, yes, just the best. Go ahead, little Mildred Ratchet. I love that name. She got a DNP. I looked at a program in Detroit for a DNP, and I'm thinking about going there to get my doctorate. I really like this program. It's in Detroit. Yep, 2 years. You could do 2 years. You could also do 2 years and get your bachelor's now. Now you can. But yeah, it's many ways. And as far as I heard you say something about the physician assistant program, the PAs, do you
Mm-hmm.
know you could be a social worker and become a PA? You could
No.
be a you could have a degree in psychology. You could have a degree in criminal justice and become a PA.
But
Oh,
what if you are? But if what if you have a degree in another science field? Can you go back to school to for nursing?
yes, of course. My own sister had a bachelor's degree in microbiology, and
Mm-hmm.
she went to school and became a nurse. Hell, she's a midwife now.
Okay.
She's balling out of control. Yeah. So yes, you could do it. You sure can, honey. With nursing, the sky is the limit.
Yes, it is.
Sky is the limit. You can even become an attorney. One of my very good friends is a nurse attorney. She defends nurses, and she does with black nurses here in California. She defends black nurses that are dealing with these white bitches coming after their license on fuck shit. I got a friend now that drives an Uber because her co-workers were jealous because she was working on her PhD.
Mm.
So they made up some bullshit. All of them got together and wrote all these letters to say that she did all this heinous stuff, which she did not do.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent it in to administration. Administration sent it in to the board, and now she's under investigation. So she can't work. She can't work. She's driving an Uber. This is the kind of stuff that these white nurses do.
Yeah, hey, that's the stuff that I'm talking about. Now, I have a my cousin and her daughter is in she goes to LSU, and she was deciding her major, and she was like, I'm thinking about going into nursing, but I really like theater. I said, girl, you better go to school for nursing, because I said, girl, it's money is money in nursing. I said, girl, if you want to do theater, you can do that on the side, but girl, get you your nursing license. I said, that's money for the rest of your life, and that's some real money. That's some good money, and you can live however you want to live if you a nurse. And this theater shit, that is not no guaranteed money. Look at how many actors and actresses are out of work. Nursing is some reliable good money. I was like, girl,
You
these
know what?
motherfuckers playing games.
I'm gonna tell you what I do with mine. Excuse me. In my in my part time, I teach ACLS, BLS, PALS, NRP, first aid. I do all of that. I have my own school on the side. I also have a daycare center. It's so many things that you can do as a nurse. You don't have to you don't have to be just a nurse. You can also work in a clinic. You could be in a clinic and you all you got to do is give shots. That's how I got my sister into it. So you don't have to. I can't stand blood. I'm like, bitch, your broke ass always calling me begging for money. Why you better sit your ass down and put your face in a book.
you you can work at a school. You can work for a corporation, being the nurse at at a company. You doing working at a company, doing teaching them different stuff that they have to have at the company, doing different presentations at the company, doing different shots at the company, little simple stuff. You can do so many things. Like, give me a break. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I told her you getting ready to get out of my pocket. Y'all remember? Y'all remember? What was that movie where Terry said, "I am." You think I'm automatically Terry's money? What was that movie? That's how my sister was.
Waiting to excel.
No, the one with the where the grandma. Everybody always met at the grandma's house for
Soul food.
soul food. That's me. No,
Hmm.
bitch, you finna go to school. This is what you gonna do, and I'm gonna help you do it. And that's what I had to do with my sister. Nope. And for a long time, she worked as a CNA, and she was happy. She was like, "Oh, but she was in the nursing home. So I like my people. I like what I'm doing, you know." But now that bitch a whole damn midwife. She doing great, and she out
Now,
damn pocket.
Femme Noir said that her coworker went from a CNA to a forensic nurse, and she says that they helped her tremendously.
Yeah. I have a friend who is a forensic nurse. She takes care of rape victims. Like she'll get a call. She's on call, so she'll get a call from the hospital. Hey, we got a patient here that needs to be seen by you. And what she'll do, she'll go in and do like a rape kit, you know, and ask all the pertinent questions, and then everything she kind of defers to the detectives, and then they kind of work with each other. But
Now,
yeah,
look at this statement. Look at this statement right here. She must be late to the party. Black nurses are sometimes rude, just like everyone else. I prefer Filipina.
well then you take your ass on with the Filipinos. We ain't mad at you. So you think you listen to me, bitch? Take your ass on over there. More power to you, hoe. She prefer Filipinos. Good. I hope you all right. Black nurses are rude. Well, black nurse probably checked your ignorant ass for that comment
But I would
today.
call ahead of nursing in the hospital to know my complaints. I've never called ahead to a hospital. That's something I'm unfamiliar with. I never even heard of calling ahead to a hospital, so that's interesting.
I will call it. I don't
I
even.
don't play I don't play well in the hospital. Well, that sounds like playing because when I'm sick, I don't call ahead to see who's working.
Let me tell you something. If I'm sick and it's something serious going on with me, and I'm in an intensive care unit, I want a black doctor and I want a black nurse. You know why? Because we I don't give a damn what you do, California Dreaming. See, you going on over there with them Filipinos, okay? I would prefer to have a black doctor and a black nurse. And the reason why is because we make sure that our training is 10 times better because we have to be 10 times better. And 9 times out of 10, we got the most credentials any damn way. When we step on the set, when we step into the arena, we got it all. We have to be that way because they put us through hell. We're usually the ones that have more than everybody else, and they hate that. And it's okay. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful, baby. Okay? So, California Dreaming, hats off to you But you go on over there with them Filipinos, and God help you, because they going to be on the phone, phoning the friend and the auntie and the cousin to figure out what to do with your black ass while you ignoring the rest of us qualified, competent black nurses. Okay?
I want the nurse that is most compassionate and hopefully educated. Period. Exactly. That's what I want. I'm not looking at a nurse and saying, "Oh, they're Filipino, so I want them," because no, I don't want. I want somebody who is competent and who treats me good and is attentive to what my illness is at the time of my arrival.
Mm-hmm. Same here. You want somebody that is going to treat you right. So, hey, you a flight nurse? I did that for a year before my husband ran me out. Ah, yep.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming up, Amalia. I always enjoy talking to you.
Thanks.
Uh, you dropped some pearls on us. One about Apple, don't spoil the bunch. Don't base one or two bad experience on the entire group, especially when the group is so spoiled. I mean, so small. You do not want to sully a whole group of black nurses when they have so much up against them in their work environment as it is, much as in life, as black professionals have up against them. So why would we as black people want to sully black professionals as a whole?
That's
That's
right.
just my that's just my opinion.
Well, me, I'm gonna continue to love on my sisters, and anytime me or mine need any help, I'm there. I am there. I have a couple of younger nurses that they have my number, and when they run into issues, they can phone a friend too. So, and that's what I'm here for, because I want to make sure I became a nurse to take care of my people. So I want to make sure that they're able to competently and safely take care of whoever they take care of. Don't matter what the fuck they look like, you know. But at the end of the day, we want to do it safely and
Hmm.
competent about it. We want to make sure that they have a good outcome and they live. You know what I mean? So all that, I'm going to the Filipino. You can keep that, honey. You ain't bothering me. But thank you, Ronnie Q. I always enjoy talking to you. I just wanted to mention that they're starting this, bringing them across the border and not having to, they're infiltrating them into these hospitals, and they don't have to have all the credentials that the rest of us paid our dues for. And that's scary. It's frightening and it's dangerous. And I just wanted to put everybody on alert.
Thank you for sharing that because I wasn't aware of that.
Yes, yes. So y'all, when you go to the hospital, take a family member with you. And I don't care if y'all don't get along, make amends that day. Hey, I'm about to die. I feel like it's impending doom. I need you to come with me. Scoop them up and make them come with you, because it ain't safe like it used to be. All right, sister.
All right, have a good one.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
You
Okay, my apologies and not trying to interrupt the show, but I just got here in Redball to catch up on Nikki Haley's U.S. Not Racism. She is basing it off of history, a book by Isabel Wilkerson Cass. Well, she's not basing it off of her actual reality. Was my talking point on that, because her father was only allowed to work at a historically black college because he was so dark skinned, and her father was able to immigrate to the United States off of black people fighting for civil rights, and thus people from India being allowed into the United States at larger numbers, where there they weren't able to come to the United States in as large numbers as they were prior to the black people here fighting for their civil rights and equal rights. So I talked about that, and you can go through it. She could only, their family could only work at black institutions. Her mother built a dress shop where she only had black customers. They rented from a white man who forbade them to have any black people in their home. So they are, Nikki Haley and her family is well aware of racism, and she is well aware that she lived in a racist country. And if she read any history book, she is aware that of slavery, which is racism. She's aware of Jim Crow. She's aware of all the lynchings and hanging of black people, which is nothing but racism. And I don't, what she thought that barbecuing black bodies was a celebration of life. How did she think that lynching was anything other than racism? So I understand what your point is, but Nikki Haley is full of caca. Okay. Yeah, but you look at that, look at Dr. Jackie, who said that black women try to make their pain seem above and beyond to get off of work. So you just because you have a black doctor don't mean that they're going to be empathetic as well. You better find yourself a good black doctor. Let's keep it in perspective. Just because they black don't mean that they don't mean that you're not gonna have the Tim Scott of black doctors. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I mean? All right, guys. I had a great time talking to you guys today, and so I just wanted to, catch you guys up on some of the things that I have been seeing, and work in the healthcare industry. I started out on the clinical side. Now I'm in admin. The money, the numbers of healthcare field, been there for 24 years now. Yeah, so I thank you guys for sharing your experiences in the healthcare field. It was very eye opening. I really appreciate you guys for having this discussion with me. You guys have put me up on a whole lot of things I didn't know. I greatly appreciate you for that, and I hope you guys have a great day. Hit the like button on your way out. If you like the content of the show, you can cash app $ Ronnie Q. And I hope you guys have a great remainder of your week. You can join the membership if you like, and I will see you on tomorrow. Thank you for coming out, my mods, my members, and the chat. Have a good one. Bye bye.